Alright, welcome to the Packer Franchise Podcast. I know it's been a while. How have you guys been? Hopefully you guys are enjoying your summer, and hopefully you guys had a great 4th of July day last week. like I said, I know it's been like a month since I did the last podcast. There's really not a lot going on in Green Bay Packers news. I know we had the tight end from Detroit who failed a physical, and nothing really that was much newsworthy except for Matt LaFleur tearing his Achilles, which people were overreacting about it. I really don't think that's going to have a big issue with the team because he's still going to call plays. So as long as he's calling plays, it's fine. But since we're closing in on football season, which we're 3 weeks from tomorrow, and the video will be posted tomorrow, I want to give my bold predictions for 2019 season. And I know it's still a little early before the regular season starts. I think we're about 55 days away from kickoff officially. But I just want to give my few bold predictions on what the Green Bay Packers will do during the 2019 season, which is a big year for Green Bay because in the previous 2 seasons they missed the playoffs and everyone's writing off the Aaron Rodgers Packers, which in years past is a very... You should not do that. You should not write off the Packers after a very bad season. So here are some bold predictions I'm going to, say, and hopefully you guys agree with some of the bold predictions I make. The first bold prediction I have given for the Green Bay Packers is that I think Aaron Jones will break over 1,300 rushing yards. Now, some might not be bold, but it's been forever since we had a running back that had won at least over 1,000 yards. Last one, if I remember, was Eddie Lacy in the 2014 season. But ever since then, Green Bay has not had a 1,000-yard rusher. And obviously saying Aaron Jones is getting over 1,000 yards would not be really bold because he's most definitely going to be number one running back. But for him to have over 1,300 rushing yards, it would be pretty incredible. Especially for a team that doesn't really utilize running back very well. And, at least under Mike McCarthy. But once, Matt LaFleur got hired, he started utilizing running back more and more. So, like I said, hopefully, Matt LaFleur's offense can help Aaron Jones become that very, very, player that obviously hasn't, lost step, but hopefully he can take Aaron Jones to that next big level. Another bold prediction I have for the Green Bay Packers in the upcoming season is that I think Matt LaFleur will win Coach of the Year in his very first season coaching the Green Bay Packers. I made a video on LaFleur's past. In years past, he coached teams like the Falcons, not head coach, just like any help coach in any way. Falcons, Rams, Titans. Last year when he went 9-7, the Rams when they finally got their offensive juggernaut revived, in 2016 for the Falcons where Matt Ryan won MVP. Oh, and RG3 when he won Rookie of the Year in 2012. I feel like with the weapons Matt LaFleur has on offense and also with the help of Mike Penn coaching defense, I honestly think Matt LaFleur can, bring Green Bay to, in my opinion, 11-5 record. But since this is bold predictions, I think he could possibly bring him to a 12-4 record and possibly win Coach of the Year. Because, every year now it just seems like the new coaches are always getting Coach of the Year. And also, you also have Aaron Rodgers, so it helps a lot of Matt LaFleur and can also help out, in the long run. Another bold prediction I have, and I have 5 total, so this video is not going to take very much longer. The third bold prediction I have for the Green Bay Packers is that I think Jair Alexander is going to have a breakout year, and what I mean, I think he'll have 5 or more interceptions. I really do. With, Jair Alexander obviously becoming our number one cornerback, and after a spectacular rookie season, which should have been at least nominated for Defensive Rookie of the Year, because he had an unbelievable season last year with Green Bay. It's just, what can you say? He just plays spectacular defense, and he's one of the better young cornerbacks in the game today. It's just unbelievable for what that guy can do, and I'm really excited for him in the future. So another bold prediction is Jair gets 5+ interceptions. The fourth bold prediction for the Green Bay Packers is, this will be very bold, Green Bay will be undefeated on the road. And I know people are going to be commenting, negative comments, hate, all that stuff, but this is bold predictions. You have to spice things up. Last year, Green Bay won 1-7 on the road. And for pretty much every one of their road games that they lost, I'm trying to remember, except for Washington, they've lost by a touchdown or less. Which is crazy. Besides Washington, Green Bay lost by a touchdown or less on the road. Oh, and New England. But New England, I might as well call that a touchdown or less because, New England just put away a late touchdown drive. But I feel like with the opponents that they play, and the three toughest opponents Green Bay is going to play, Chicago, which Green Bay is very familiar with, Chargers, which is basically a home game for Green Bay, Kansas City is going to be the toughest game of the season, no doubt. And the fact that it's halfway through the regular season means a lot for Green Bay. Because if you're going into week 8, and I totally forget what Green Bay bye week was, I want to say week 7, but if you're going like 4-2 or 3-3, like this is a big game. It's like the Packers-Rams game last year, and the Patriots. If Green Bay would have won those 2 games back to back, they would have made the playoffs. I feel like if Green Bay is at that thin line of 3-3, 4-2 next season, they have to win that game. But honestly, Kansas City's. Now I understand, don't underestimate opponents because every opponent's tough. I understand, but on paper, Kansas City's the toughest, by far. Kansas City's all the way up top, and the other 7 are at the bottom. Minnesota's always tough too, especially in their stadium because we haven't won. So it's gonna be a exciting time, exciting game. I'm looking forward to it. So I got Aaron Jones, Matt LaFleur, Jair, undefeated on the road, and my last bold prediction for the Green Bay Packers, and again, is bold prediction. You might think this is crazy, but it's not. Aaron Rodgers will have his first ever 5,000 passing yard season. I feel like with a new offense under a coach that coached MVP Matt Ryan and helped Jared Goff become a top 15, maybe top 10 quarterback. I don't know, people still debate about it. It's just, with a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, who, by the way, threw for over 4,000 yards in a down year by many people, you don't think Matt LaFleur can give him that extra 1,000 yards with the play calling he has? I think so. I think Aaron's going to finally have his first 5,000 yard season. And if I want to continue with touchdown records, if I'm going to be fair, I think he'll throw for 42 touchdowns, along with 8 picks. 42 touchdowns and interceptions if he throws 5,000 yards. And again, for people that are going to comment, saying like biased or something like that, I mean, one is a Packer podcast. Of course, going to be a little bit biased, but also his bold predictions. So, like, these might not happen. That's why they're bold. But those are my 5 bold predictions I have. Aaron Jones over 1,300 rushing yards. Matt LaFleur winning Coach of the Year. Jair getting 5+ interceptions. Some people might not say that's bold, but that's pretty bold. Knowing Green Bay, a single player from Green Bay hasn't had a lot of interceptions. HaHa was on pace last year before we traded him, but what can you do? And the fact, Green Bay undefeated on the road, that's a bold prediction. Especially after Green Bay struggles on the roads in recent years. And Aaron thrown for 5,000 yards under the new system, which it can possibly happen with the weapons he has. With Davante Adams. And don't forget, too, the defense got better. So who knows? Hopefully we see more 3-and-outs. And I'm not expecting that defense to force 3-and-out every game. But with the new weapons we have and the new coach, all these bold predictions could very well be possible. It just all depends on how it works out, honestly. But alrighty, guys, this video will be uploaded July 11th. And I'm finally back on the podcast after a summer off season. And like I said, sorry for taking so long. It just hasn't really been anything to talk about. I don't want to just force, an episode talking about like something that's useless. But I feel like since we're getting closer to season, 3 weeks from the time the video is uploaded for preseason football, I feel like we should honestly start talking football again. But alrighty, guys, appreciate you listening to podcasts as always. You guys have a good night and enjoy the rest of your summer. See ya.